Hey guys, it's Ava from A&A Plays, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these 8 really cool animal banners in Minecraft. This is part 2 out of 3 of the animal banner designs, so if you want after this video you can go ahead and check out part 1, and don't forget to come back for part 3. So let's go ahead and get started. The first banner I'll be showing you how to make is this bird banner. This one looks like the parrot in Minecraft. And what you'll need for this is blue dye, yellow dye, red dye, and a blue banner. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the loom and place the blue banner inside along with the red dye, and I'm going to click on this pattern right here, which will make an X throughout the banner. Now I am going to keep the red dye and I'm going to click on this one, which will make a diamond in the center. Now replace the red dye with the yellow dye, and I am going to use this pattern. Oh, sorry, I gotta add the banner. I will use this pattern, which makes a yellow circle in the middle of the banner. Now substitute the yellow for the blue dye, and then use this one right here, which will make a diagonal line throughout the middle of the banner. Now keep the blue dye, and I'm going to use this one right here, which will fill up the bottom right diagonal side of the banner with blue. And the final step is to use the blue dye and make a border, just like that. So that one's pretty easy and simple, but now you have a bird banner. The next banner design is this axolotl. I think this one's really cute, and it's really cool because it actually looks like an axolotl. So what you'll need is black dye, pink dye, cyan dye, lime dye, and a cyan banner. You'll also need the banner pattern of the flower charge. So I'm going to place my cyan banner into the loom along with the black dye and use this pattern right here, which will make a black circle in the middle of the banner. Next, substitute the black dye for the pink dye, and I'm going to use the banner pattern of the flower charge, so it will make a flower in the middle. The next step is to keep the pink dye, and I'm going to click on this one right here, which will make a triangle at the top of the banner. Next, use this one to make an X throughout the middle. Now switch out the pink dye for the cyan, and I'm going to use this one right here, if I can find it, and it will fill up a third of the bottom of the banner with the dye, just like that. So now you have your axolotl, and the only step left to do is use the lime green dye and click on this one right here, which will make the triangles on the bottom of the banner. And that's it, and now you have an axolotl banner. The next banner is this fox, and what you'll need for it is orange dye, the banner patterns of the creeper and also of the border indented, black dye, and a white banner. So I'm going to add in the white banner along with the black dye, and I'm going to use this pattern right here, which will make a diamond in the middle. Now replace the black dye with the orange dye, and I'm going to use this one of the border indented. So now that we have the indented border, use this one right here to make an orange circle in the middle of the banner. Now I'm going to keep the orange dye and use this creeper face right there. So now you can see the face of the fox, and the last step is just to use this pattern, which will make a triangle at the top of the banner. So that one is very easy to make, but now you have a fox, and I think this one's really cool and actually looks like a fox. So there's your fox banner. The next banner is this really cool looking dragon. So what you'll need for this is a black banner, the banner patterns of the border indented, the flower, and also the thing. And you'll need lime dye, black dye, and red dye. So I'm going to start with the black banner and the lime dye to make the indented border. Now I'm just going to add that banner back in along with the black dye. And I'm going to click on this pattern right here, which will fill up a third of the right side of the banner with black. Just like so, it looks like that now. And next I am going to add in the red dye and use this one, which will make the flower in the center. So that is for the fire of the dragon. And now I'm going to add in the lime dye and use this one right here, which will make a line going through the middle of the banner. The next step is to use the black dye, and you click on this one right here, which will make a triangle at the top of the banner. And the last step, which really makes it all come together, is to use the lime dye and this one right here, which is the banner pattern of the thing. And there you have it. Now you have a dragon. So this one's really cool. That's what it looks like. And now you have a dragon banner. The next banner I will be showing you how to make is this cat banner. And what you'll need for it is light blue dye, a black banner, brown dye, black dye, and also the banner patterns of the border indented and the thing. So start with the black banner in the loom along with the light blue dye, and just use this one to make the border indented. Next is to use this pattern right here, which will make the triangles on the top of the banner. Next step is to keep the light blue dye and use this one, which will make a square in the top left hand corner of the banner. Now I'm going to substitute the light blue dye for the brown dye, and I'm going to click on this one, which fills up the third of the bottom of the banner, just like that. And the last step is to use the black dye, and this is what the thing banner pattern is for. So you just do the thing, and that will create the tail of the cat, and now your cat banner is finished. The next banner design is this dog. I did another dog banner in part 1 of this series. So this is just another dog pattern. And what you'll need for it is white dye, black dye, and brown dye, the banner patterns of the creeper and the border indented, and also a white banner. So I'm going to start with the banner in the brown dye, and I'm going to use this one, which will make a triangle on the bottom of the banner. The next step is to add in the black dye and use this pattern, which will create a diamond in the center. Now I'm going to use the brown dye again, and I'm going to click on this one, which makes an X across the banner. Now let's switch out the brown dye for the white dye, and indent the border with this pattern right here. Now switch that out again for the brown dye, and I'm going to use the creeper pattern right there. And the final step is to use the white dye and use this one right here, which will fill up a third of the top of the banner with white, and now your dog banner is finished. The next banner design is this duck. All you need for this is yellow dye, orange dye, and a black banner. So really simple. And all you need to do to start is use the yellow dye and use this one right here, which will make a yellow line through the middle of the banner. Now switch it out for the orange dye and fill up half of the bottom of the banner with orange. The next step is to use the yellow dye and fill up a third of the bottom of the banner with yellow, just like that, to create the beak. The next step is to keep the yellow dye and just do a yellow border, just like that. The next step is to take the orange dye and use this one, which will make a line through the middle of the banner. And the final step is to use the yellow dye and just use this one, which will fill up the third of the top of the banner with yellow to complete the face of the duck. And now that banner is finished. The last banner design is this sheep, which I think is really cute. And what you'll need for this is black, white, lime green, and light blue dye, and also a light blue banner. So this one's really simple to make. So start by using the black dye and use this pattern right here, which makes a line going down the center. Now use the white dye and use this one, which makes the circle in the center. The next step is to use the lime green dye and use this one, which will fill up a third of the bottom of the banner with lime, just like that. So that makes the grass. Oops. The next step is to use the black dye and use the triangle pattern on the top of the banner. And the final step is to use the light blue dye and fill up a third of the top of the banner with blue. So this one's really cute, and now you have your sheep banner. So those are all 8 of today's animal banner patterns. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Comment which banner was your favorite, and also give me any video suggestions that you want to see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!